Is it like recording? Do you get a sound of
I think it's recording right
to
now.
tell you how loud it's going? Is it? Oh,
That's all you get.
metering bar. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
all we get.
So yeah, you can
Alright.
just tell if it's hearing us properly or not.
Welcome to the inaugural Pleasure Podcast. I'm Andre Bagoo, and with me today is film student Christopher Lou-Hing. Today we discuss Moonlight.
What you looking at me like that for? What, man? Come on, you just drove down here? Yeah. Who is you, Sharon? For a long time, try not to remember. Try to forget all those times.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
You gonna tell him why the other boys kick his ass all the time?
What's wrong?
I'm good.
No. I done seen good. And you ain't it.
Remember the last time I saw you?
You're my only. I'm your only. No. You gonna listen.
To who, Ma? Huh? To you? Who is you, man? I ain't seen you in like a decade. It's not what I expected. What did you expect?
Is it a good film or a great film?
It's a really good film. Yeah. It's top notch. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoyed all of the sort of themes and ideas that it brings forth, but not very impressed with its sort of innovation in its technical aspects. It doesn't do anything special in regards to the way that it's made.
I think it definitely applies a standard chronological narrative to the story, but that is part of its strength and its charm, because it's all about telling a story that's never been told, and it does it in a way that is as clear and as straightforward as possible.
Yeah,
no pun intended. But I do think it is different. It does depart from other films within queer cinema, or at least in some representations of queer life that we've seen. Yeah. Films like Get Real, Philadelphia, Brokeback Mountain, where there's always this tragic kind of ending, this trope of the tragic gay character. And even in films like more recent Caribbean films like Children of God and even Play the Devil, where characters meet, terrible ends. I think this film is different in that it's not that type of film. It's a film where it's all about, the action is all about inside someone. It's not all about someone is gonna die,
Yeah, it's very internal.
Yeah, so it's kind of radical in that sense. It reminds me of James Ivory's Morris. And I also thought the music was amazing. The cinematography is excellent. There's this restraint, but poetic beauty to it. That was both realistic and aesthetically very pleasing.
Yeah.
Do you think a movie like this changes the game, not only in Hollywood but in all of the world, in terms of inspiring people to make their own stories?
Yeah, it definitely aids in representation and moving people to say, okay, yeah, this is my story, I can tell it.
One thing that I did have a problem with was the depiction of women.
Right.
Because I felt that, yet again, here are female characters who they're just meant to either support the men or they're like the villains. They they cause all this torment, and there's this Madonna whore complex thing going on. And I think this film, initially for me, I thought it struggled to overcome that. That was one thing that I thought Jenkins didn't do as well as he did in some of his other works, like his previous film, Medicine for Melancholy.
I totally agree with you. The characters do, especially the female characters, do seem to develop their own sort of story in a way. But it was still quite one-dimensional for me.
Yeah.
That I didn't really see much of Sharon's mother as much as I'd like to, or I didn't get to explore her as much as I would have liked.
So what's your rating?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I would say 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10, which is not bad, right?
No, it's pretty
that's
good, yeah. I'd give it an Oscar.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me, Andre.
My pleasure.